a nutshell, to become more inspiring and motivating leader, and to help people truly to move on and grow. Why I'm saying it, I found myself on a leadership journey at the moment where I knew I can be a good mentor, I can influence people, I can build the directions and build them together with a team. But I also wanted to tap the potential of people on a deeper level. I knew that there is something beyond I can do. I knew that I can do better. Yeah. And I started to already read about coaching, or get to know about what coaching is about. And I thought that's probably the tool that I'm missing. And so I started to look for some courses that can help me to become more inspiring and tap to the potential of people. Well, first the founders, or at least one of the founders, who I happen to know already occasionally a year in advance when exchanging on a subject of leadership or leading, thanks to a voluntary assignments they have in PN Munich. Also the structure of the program, how it can be delivered. Having a full-time job, it's a possibility to do it on the side. So the weekends, workshops, as well as some internet modules and practice on the side, which of course make it feasible to even do this kind of coaching program. The international environment, English speaking, since I'm coming from Poland, and I do like to work in international environments. I can speak German, but I still do like English more. I have not seen many of the programs in Munich that I delivered in that language, so there were a couple of them. So initially I wanted to learn some tools, some process. It sounds like a hardware. Learn how to ask the questions, what questions to ask, and how to guide them beautifully the conversation. So that was what it came. Yeah, that it was way beyond that. Yeah. So first of all, it's not a process and tools and methodologies of coaching. It's really an act of being and a mindset setting. Yeah. It's a discovery about yourself and finding elements of your authentic self, like values of self-limiting beliefs, which are so important for leaders, especially. And yeah, so that's the embracing of the being rather than just learning the tools and applying it. Yeah. So that was really a really surprise for me, and it's opening the eyes on the different dimensions of how to actually interact with people. Well, there are several things. So first of all, I already mentioned it helped me as a leader to get closer with my authentic self. So getting to know your values, helping you to take business decisions, life decisions, all structure your day, and also be more aware, especially in terms of beliefs, what triggers you and what you might want to consider or challenge to yourself. So it's all the self-leadership part. And it helps you to be more aligned, it helps you to be more with yourself and express it also, verbalize it, yeah, and understand. The second, very, very important, is the listening. And the 3 levels of listening that we have practiced, learned, and embraced in coaching as one of the coaching competency help really to not only listen per se, but understand people better and above all connect. So it helps me to build more connection with the people I lead or people I interact, and it's bring this empathic aspect in communicating with others, interacting with others or leading others, which is also essential because at the end it builds more trust. Yeah. And leadership is about trust, building trust as well. So it's a fundamental. So I would say that's those 2 elements, and a third, I really like reflecting, and myself, I spent a lot of time on reflecting how I can do better, because growth is one of my important values, which I discovered or confirmed during the coaching. But what I learned is the first part of reflection, which is putting emphasis of what actually is good, what really I can celebrate, what we as a team can celebrate. And this is such an important, it was an aha moment, I would say, for me, to really realize that I personally don't spend enough time for myself. And if I don't spend enough time for myself, I will not spend enough time for the others to verbalize and realize also the appreciation of what we have already achieved before we go to what we can, of course, do better, because there are always possibilities to do better, right?
Yeah,
Sure.
sure.
So embracing that, not only in leading others, but also for personal development and growth, was a very good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the international team. So many different nationalities, age, as well as diversity in terms of men, women. I enjoyed the energetic approach during the workshop. A lot of energizing exercises in between, interaction. So literally after each weekend I felt really fueled with energy, despite we spent the whole 2 weekend days after the full week of work together. I think we all were like inspired and full of energy. So there was this connection, this energy in the room. I really enjoyed the fact that we could practice during and practice outside of this workshop, which help us to actually embrace the coaching mindset and methods. And have the supervision also with the real coaches that can, at the moment of coaching practice, also pass the feedback, give some tips of how we can do better. That's really, really essential. I, of course, enjoyed embracing and doing a reflection by each of the separate coaching sessions that we go through and even beyond, which again, just put a practice of learning how to learn effectively, what to do better and what really was good, actually. Again, appreciation factor. Yeah, so that were the sort of elements, and it was really learning with fun. So, and in an effective way, because also we had the opportunity to read materials before, and we came prepared. We already came with some level of knowledge, which also helps to conduct this weekend effectively. Practice. So that would be first, during and after. On a regular basis we get peer coaching on a weekly basis, basically. So that's really, really essential. And the second is reflection sheet, because each time you basically engage with the mind to think what really were the parts that you did good and what could you do even better. So that's the two elements of helping to grow and helping to learn, apart from many others we already mentioned. So first, to those that have the honor to lead the teams, I would say don't wait with really going to understand what coaching is about and embracing it in your practice, because it do change your way of leading people, and it's better to embrace it from the beginning. Secondly, for those that might not be interested in leading, there's so much you can learn about yourself. It's really a personal development course per se. You can learn about yourself. And third, you definitely will learn how to better communicate and connect with people, also embracing different personality styles, and listen. And this listening is really a gold tip that you can experience by coaching. Practice. Again, it depends, of course, on your aspirations, but in any case, practice will keep you engaged, will help you to become even better. Reflect, embrace the reflection. I do it. I really like it, not only when coaching, but also when negotiating or after a workshop meeting or whichever possible way, it really puts you in a habit of proper reflecting and learning. And network, connect with people, help maybe others if you really want to, who maybe want to start the journey to change the way we communicate with people and we lead people.